And I'm back. Hi, guys. How are you? Oh, okay. I fixing everything again. Squirrel. Seriously, the damn squirrel. Craziness. Uh-oh, I hit a button. No, we're not doing that. No. Didn't mean to hit that button. Whoops. What just happened? Hmm. It's fine. I'm just gonna. Hmm. Squirrel. Oh, bad squirrel. So bad. It's crazy here. It's so crazy. You would think it was starving. It's not. It's a fat squirrel. It's it just flew into that bird feeder. I'm surprised it didn't knock it off the thing. I think that's what it was trying to do. Crazy. Holy moly. That was nuts. Oh, it's mad because it keeps sliding down. That's insane. It's crazy. Just went flying again. Ooh, now the thing is really spinning. It's so entertaining. Sorry, I know, but it is a little nuts. Literally. Did you get it? It's nuts. That was funny. It was funny. Kind of funny. Maybe I'll just crack myself up. Trying to move this chat thing over a little bit. Do what I want. Nope, it's not going to do what I want. Okay, I'm done messing with it. Oh, I'm still rolling. Block my chair. Oh, my shoulders hurt. I'm a mess. I slept wrong. Hmm. Okay. There. Ta-da. All right. So, like I said, this one's going to be about using our circles of control. All right. So we got that up. That's up. I have to check this screen real quick. Okay. So the website is up there. My logo is up there. There's some other stuff I took down that I have to put back up. I'll do that after the stream. Um, yeah. There we go. I got some new followers this morning because I did some networking. Yeah, it was a busy morning. Amazon still hasn't shown up. They were supposed to be here by 8. It's 11:20. Man, they better be bringing all of my stuff at the same time then. I'm just saying. Circles. Circles. This is why we're working on our circles, right? You would think I planned these things. Almost as if I know what I'm doing. I know, I know, I know. No way. No, that's crazy talk. Oh, I'm just cracking myself up now. I'll stop. So, has anybody read any of the book that we're supposed to be reading this week? I know I said the first essay. Let's talk about this for a few minutes because, I've read the whole book in the last 3 days. I've read it, I don't know how many times. I have a big tea stain on my book. It literally covers half the book. Yeah. Pretty sure that's black tea. Oh. Yep, and like I told you, I have little notes in here. So, page 30, there's this little excerpt that I just have just little brackets around. And he says, just a man who cared for just a woman for just a time more than anything else. Mm, mm. If I only read that little itty bitty part, I'd be okay with it. Just out of that whole essay. It's about marriage, though. So it's a good story. It's a good story. Yeah, we'll get to it though. It's really good. It's really, really good. Spoiler alert. Anyway, okay. Let's get started, shall we? Oh my God, the squirrel. I even closed the curtains. Okay, it's going to be a battle. He's in it again. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Bad, bad squirrel. I can't. Okay. On with the script, shall we? Shall we? Bad. Okay. Sorry. All right. So, today we're talking about something that can change the way you approach love and relationships, the circles of control. My absolute favorite topic. I love them circles. Love them. So, relationships are filled with things we wish we could change: our partner's habits, their emotions, how they respond in conflicts, and how much of that is really in our control. Mm, that's what we're diving into today. Understanding what you can control, what you can't, and how shifting your focus can bring more peace, love, and connection into your relationship. So, have you ever felt frustrated trying to change something in your partner or relationship? If so, drop that one emote where that person's holding their hand up, like me, 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 me. I can't go searching for the emote because I'll spend the whole time looking for the damn emote. But a lot of you are just like crazy, when it comes to the emotes, you're like on it. I'm not. I'm not that person. Mm-mm. So, what are the circles of control? Let's go over that real quick, shall we? Shall we? Sure. Hmm. So, the inner circle is what you can control: your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and choices, how you respond in conversations and conflicts, your personal boundaries, and your standards. The middle circle is what you can influence: your partner's reactions, but not control them, the emotional tone in your relationship, and healthy communication and negotiation. In your outer circle, what you have zero control over: your partner's thoughts, emotions, or past experiences, their choices and personal growth timeline, their willingness to change. Which circle do you think you focus on the most? Control, influence, or no control? I'll put mine in the chat if you put yours in the chat. No, I'll put mine in the chat anyway. Concern, which we know is the one we can't control at all, right? We cannot control that circle of concern, can we? So remember how weeks ago we did the exercise where we drew our circles? Well, we're going to do it again, but this is going to have to do with your relationship. Okay? So grab that piece of paper, a new one this time, and draw this 3 circles like a bullseye, like last time. Okay, and here I am doing it, right? This is me showing you how to do it. And label them: control, influence, concern, or no control. Now, thinking about current relationship challenge. Okay. I'm trying to get this to move. What part of the situation are you in control of? What's in your control? What can you influence, and what is completely outside of your control? What's one thing you're holding on to that's actually in the concern circle? Boy, I did bring a pad. I can do this. Of course, mine's going to look like a fried egg because I can't draw a circle to save my life. Oh, yeah. Mm. Mine for my relationship is the one thing I can have zero control over are his assumptions. I can't control his assumptions. What he thinks I'm thinking. He assumes he knows sometimes. And it drives me crazy. Oh, it drives me crazy. But I think we all do it to a point sometimes, you know? Yeah. I'm naming it my relationship circles. So yeah. So just so you know, letting go of what we can't control isn't giving up. It's freeing ourselves from unnecessary frustrations. I literally told Tom this morning that it's out of my circle. I cannot control what he thinks and feels. I can't. I can't. It's out of my control. It's out of my circle. I can only control what's in my control circle, not what he thinks or feels. So, and I need to let that go. And this is work, people. This is everyday relationship work. Relationships take work. They're not easy, just like anything else in life, right? They're not easy. These things take work all the time. It's a constant, and they're worth it. If you're in the right relationship, it's worth it. You need to remember that. Okay? So, we're going to get into some scenarios here. All right? Now, say your partner is emotionally distant. You want more affection, but they seem withdrawn. So, which circle does this fall into, do you think? What can you control? What can you influence? And what can you not control? What you can control is you can express your needs clearly and kindly, right? What you can influence is you can create an emotionally safe space by being open and supportive when you're expressing yourself using your I statements. But you cannot force them to be more affectionate. No, you can't. You can't force anybody to do anything, and you wouldn't want to. You want them to do these things on their own. You can just tell them what you need. And if they decide to do it, great. If they don't, you might need to rethink. So, what's one way you've handled emotional distance in a relationship? Do you express yourself or did you just let it go? Because if you just let it go, you're going to foster some resentment there. And it's hard. It's hard because sometimes it's displaced because you didn't say how you felt. And sometimes they just don't know. Not saying men are clueless. No, I'm not saying men are clueless. Sometimes they just don't know. Just saying. So that was the first scenario. Here's the second one. Your partner has a habit that frustrates you. I think we all do have something that frustrates somebody, right? I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. So maybe they're always late or leave dishes in the sink. What circle does this belong in? So here's the breakdown. Control your response. Do you calmly address it or do you let the resentment build? Just talked about that. Influence, you can calmly communicate your frustration and offer a solution. No control. You can't force them to change their habit instantly. Again, with the forcing, we can't force anybody to do anything. Again, that's going to foster resentment. You don't want resentment in your relationship. You don't want strife. You just don't. Trust me, it's no way to have a relationship. So, how do you handle mind or small annoyances in a mindful way? So, the best way to do that, and let's Again, a quick guided mindfulness exercise to help you release control over what we cannot change. And if you thought of the serenity prayer right away, spot on. That's one way to do it. That is absolutely one way to do it. Absolutely. Another way to do it is to close your eyes and take a deep breath and picture a situation in your relationship that's causing you stress. Now, identify the circles and what part of the situation is in your control, what part is in your influence, and what part do you need to just let go of. Now, again, here we go. Silently say to yourself, I accept what I cannot change. I focus on what I can control. I choose peace over frustration. That's so important. Choosing peace over frustration. It's not worth the frustration. It's not. Your peace of mind, your peace, your inner peace, the peace of your relationship, it's not worth resentment and strife and arguments and oh, contentment is so much more than resentment, right? Do you not want to be content? I think it's what we all strive for is contentment and calm and peace and serenity. You just breathe, let it go. Just let it go. There are things that you are never going to change about a person. And if you really love them person, you just don't want them to change, right? You have to love every part of a person, and they have to love every part of you. It's just like, do you love my no's as much as my yeses? Boundaries. Boundaries. Set those boundaries. It's important. It's very, very important. You know, your circles are part of your self boundaries. Maintain them. Maintain your circles. So, daily, practice to stay in your circles of control. Before reacting, ask, am I focusing on what I can control? Don't go outside of that boundary. I know it's difficult. This is why it's a daily practice. It's work. Express needs calmly and clearly rather than from frustration. And I know it's hard. But if you want a successful relationship, it's what you need to do. Recognize what is yours to carry and what isn't. Instead of obsessing over changes, notice what is going well. Now, for a journal exercise or something you can even focus on with your partner is focusing on one of these things to do for the week. Now, it's really important to work together on these things. Um, these exercises can really, really help you. Um, Focusing on your relationship, it takes time. And a lot of times we just don't take the time to do it because we're so busy dealing with everyday stuff that we just don't take the time or we forget because we're like, they're always going to be there, right? can wait. We'll do it another time. No, it's more important than that. Make time. Set time. This is what Tom and I used to do. Sunday nights were our time. We used to read the languages book together on Sunday nights, 7:30. I will never forget it. I looked forward to it every week. That was our time to work on our relationship, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. He's a good reader, and I loved that because he would read out loud to me. And it was a great time in our relationship. And we've had many, many great times. Um, so yeah. And it's nice to look back and remember those really good times. And that's something you want to be able to have in your relationship. And I'm not saying our relationship is perfect because trust me, it is not. We've had our moments. So just know that if you have a good relationship and you want to make it a great relationship, it's worth doing these things. Okay. Um, so you can ask me, of course, any questions you can put in the chat or my email. And of course, go to the website. There's an email prompt in there, and you can email me anything. Okay, any questions that you have, and I'll get back to you. Um, you can't control others, but you can control your actions and emotions. Now, focusing on your circle of control brings more peace and less frustration. Relationships thrive when both people take ownership of their own actions. Now, that's big. Now, that's using your I statements, not your yous. Not you did this, you did that. It's I feel, I did, I need. Okay? That's very, very important. No accusatory things going on here. That's not what we do. Okay? Now, I don't like to do this because it's just one thing I've never done, but I am going to ask you to follow and subscribe on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook because Gabriel gets after me when I don't. So I did it. There's my plug. And join the True North community. I'm trying to grow. So truenorthpoint.org. That's the website. Um, check it out. I worked really, really hard on it. And I know this was a quick podcast, but um, I'm just trying to get a lot of stuff done. And I think the smaller, shorter podcasts and just more frequency might work a little better. But we'll see. We'll see how they go. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see how things go. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just saying. There's a lot of stuff going on. And especially with the house, now that they're going to start working on it, I'm so freaking excited. I can't stand it. Oh, I did. I pulled one of the things that I wrote when I was staying at the house. Actually, a couple of them. So I told you I wrote the thing about tea. I'm going to read that second. I'm going to try and get through this first one without tearing up. I wrote this a while back. It's called Alone in the Cold and Dark, and it's pretty personal for me. So, the wind howls through the emptiness, a relentless whisper of ice against the skin. Each gust bites deeper, slipping through the layers of fabric, through flesh, through bone, until it finds the marrow, where warmth is a distant memory. The night stretches endlessly, a void so deep it swallows even the stars, leaving nothing but the suffocating weight of darkness. There is no comfort here. No soft glow of nearby lamp, no distant hum of a car passing by to remind you that the world is still moving. Just silence, vast and consuming. It presses against the ears, a deafening absence that makes even the faintest sound, a breath, a shifting footstep, feel like an intrusion. Pain settles in like an old companion, curling its fingers around aching joints, twisting muscles into knots that refuse to loosen. It does not scream, it does not wail, it lingers, constant and quiet, an unwelcome but familiar presence. The cold makes it worse, stiffening everything, turning motion into agony. Even breathing feels like an effort, as if the air itself is too sharp, too frozen, to draw in without consequence. The mind begins to wander in these moments. Memories drift in and out like ghosts, health half formed and fleeting. Faces that once brought warmth now feel distant, blurred by time and space. The weight of solitude settles in, not the kind that is peaceful, not the kind that offers quiet reflection, but the kind that gnaws at the edges of the soul. The kind that reminds you just how small you are, just how insignificant your suffering is to the world beyond this darkness. There is something primal about being alone in the cold. It strips away the illusions of control, of security. It reminds you of your own fragility, that there is no one coming to save you, no outstretched hand to pull you from the abyss. The only thing that exists in the moment, the breath you are struggling to take, the pain that will not relent, the bitter wind that does not care. And yet, there is something else. Something beneath the suffering, a quiet defiance, a flicker of stubborn willpower that refuses to be extinguished. Because as much as the darkness presses in, as much as the cold tries to steal every ounce of warmth, you are still here, breathing, enduring, existing. Perhaps that is enough. I wrote that before Christmas. Yeah. But then I wrote this one because I'm me. So on a cold, blustery day, there's nothing quite like wrapping your hands around a steaming cup of Earl Grey tea. The soothing aroma of bergamot and the gentle warmth can provide a comforting escape, especially when dealing with the chronic pain of lupus. This simple ritual becomes a moment of solace in a challenging day. The warmth of Earl Grey tea does not only comforts the body but also the soul. For those living with lupus, managing daily pain can be exhausting. Yet the ritual of brewing tea offers a peaceful pause, a moment to breathe and find calm. Each sip brings a sense of relief, helping to ease both physical and emotional discomfort. The delicate aroma of Earl Grey with the hints of bergamot can be incredibly grounding. The warmth of the tea, as it travels through your body, provides a sense of calm and stability. This sensory experience can offer a moment of peace amongst the challenges of chronic pain, allowing you to reconnect with yourself and find a brief respite. In conclusion, the simple act of enjoying a cup of Earl Grey tea, especially during your cherished 3 o'clock tea time, can be a powerful ally in managing the daily challenges of lupus. It offers a moment of tranquility, a chance to find solace in the midst of pain. Through its warmth, aroma, and taste, tea becomes more than just a beverage. It's a comforting ritual that helps you find your own moments of peace and strength. I feel like I wrote an ad for tea, but I love tea. And so, yeah, why not? Anyway, I will see you guys again soon. I have to go lay down because I got up way too early. I hope you guys have a really, really great day. I need to rest. Put my leg up. Has decided that today is not a good day. It's very achy, and where the pins were in my bones really hurt. So I hope everybody enjoys their Friday, and I talk to you guys soon. I might pop on later. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I said that yesterday. I thought I would do something, and I ended up taking a 3 hour nap. So, all right, guys, I'll see you soon. Love you all.